current brands which are there in the market. So thank you, Stefano. Thank you for joining the call. So I would hand over the entire webinar to you. You can give a detailed brief about yourself. So I'll also introduce my colleagues who are there on this webinar today. So Nikita is there. She is our senior financial strategist who will be presenting the financials after Stefano has given the presentation. And we have Himanshu, who is my colleague, who will be the brand representative for the brand. So we will be sharing his contact number and details along with you. So if you want to have a one-on-one call, or if you want to go in for a tri-party call along with Stefano, Himanshu will be the single point of contact for that. So Stefano, you can take it ahead from here.
Thank you. Thank you, Swaraj. Good day to everybody. So I'm Stefano Petrovic, and I'm a founder of FIHL Delish. I come from Croatia. That's a small but beautiful country in Europe with a really nice landscape and a beautiful sea. And I'm here to present you our QSR franchise FIHL Delish. So a little bit about history. Through my career in the restaurant supply business, I noticed the lack in the market, which is the restaurant with fishing focus, prepared simply, quickly, creatively, innovatively, and easily accessible to a wide range of customers. So with that idea, FIHL Delish, like we heard, it was founded in 2020 in Murter. That's my hometown. There, the first standalone unit was open. It was fully equipped and designed containers suitable for squares, parks, and beaches. Despite the COVID virus in that year and related challenges, the idea of FIHL Delish came to life very successfully and resulted in the enthusiasm of the visitors. So due to the great interest of customers, we started with activities related to development of franchise form of business, which was also my desired direction of business development from the very beginning. So before the first restaurant, I wanted to open a franchise, not just one restaurant, because it was a really good idea, something that's missing on the market, something new, something different. So from the start, we tried to standardize all the processes to make all the food simply, all the dishes simply to prepare and easy to learn in further to our future franchisees. So that was followed by protection of the logo, the compilation of legal documents, the elaboration of the operation manual, the book of recipes, marketing, and everything else that is needed to open a franchise unit. In 2021, so just after the first year that the first restaurant was open, we started franchising FIHL Delish. And 4 years later, today we have total of 15 branches. 14 are in Croatia. Mostly now store branches, not standalone, but we have some standalone. So those are two options that we offer. We'll see later. As well, there is one foreign branch in New Jersey, USA, which further enriched, expanded, and opened up new ambitions in the direction of the development of our franchise. So at this moment, our focus is on expansion of our brand abroad, since we have opened branches in almost all major cities and tourist centers in Croatian territory, which is a very small country, like we said. So with 15 branches after 4 years, that's a really big success here in Croatia. Also, one is important step in expansion in the completion of the entire documentation necessary for franchising in the USA, which means that our franchise is registered in the USA market and ready to start franchising, which is a great success considering the high level of legal and economic regulations of the franchise form of business in that country. We also believe that India is an excellent market for our brand and its expansion, taking into account the population and the custom of fish consumption that you have, which is offered now here in a completely different and unprecedented concept. So I will share now screen to show you our short presentation to go through it. Okay. Yeah, like I said, our main standard is fishing focus, prepared simply, quickly, innovatively, and accessible to wide range of customers. Not just like expensive fish restaurants or on the fish market or something like that. We wanted to bring the fish close to the wide range of the customers. Found it in 2020. Various challenges we think here about the COVID. So it was 2020 COVID year, which was really difficult with the opening because everything was late, even canceled. But we still managed in the middle of the year to open and had a few months of really good work. And then again, everything was closed and we were waiting for the next year to continue. But in these few months of work, we saw that it's a good concept, it's good, attractive to people, and people loved it. This was our process of opening branches. First, abroad franchise was in New Jersey, USA. Like we said, it was a test in the market. Now we are finishing FDD. That's a documentation that you need to have to franchise in the US. It's finished just after 6 or 7 months of work, and now we will start doing franchise there. Franchise. At this moment, we are focusing on, like I said, franchising abroad, outside of Croatia, because we have a good success in Croatia. We will continue working in Croatia, of course, but our main goal is to expand in the Europe, US, and of course in India. That's one of our main goals now. So a little talk about good things about Fish Delish. Like we said, fish, but we offered in a modern street food way, like you have with the meat burgers or chicken or pizzas. What is today popular, you don't have in that way offered fish. We wanted to do that, so we made the recipes on a simple, fun, and modern way. We combine fish with brioche buns, with sauces of our recipes, with side dish like cheese, onions, and stuff like that. And it turned really good. Our visual identity is really attracting. So we use blue and yellow colors. We use a lot of blue metal sheets that looks like waves that we use in the space. So that's really recognizable. So when you see it from far away, you know it's a Fish Delish and it's attractive with its colors. Taking over the entire know-how, of course, like every franchise, we offer the whole know-how from the beginning, from the building the store to the end, to the training of the personnel. Quick preparation, that's something that's different than in other restaurants. So when you treat fish, it's a short heat treatment, shorter than meat, because fish is usually medium cooked, and that reduces our time of preparation of the dishes, and we can sell more dishes in shorter amount of time than if we compare it to the meat products, let's say like that. Everything is pre-prepared, so each dish is finished in 3 minutes. And if we come up with a recipe that needs more time, about 3 minutes, we don't use it, because we need to be fast, we need to sell a lot of products. Low staff cost, here we think about, even though it's fish, we standardized everything. We made it simply to learn, so you don't need big chefs, expensive staff to do it, just regular fast food workers with some experience in the kitchen. On the other hand, we use lower staff number than in some other restaurant with the same amount of selling the dish. It's just like that, standardized, everything goes fast, and I would say 30-40% less of the staff than in some other restaurant with the same amount of products sold. Low size of kitchen space, just like that. If it's everything is standard, everything fast, good, and we don't need a big kitchen space to sell a lot of products. Of course, we need a big storage room somewhere close because a lot of products go. Yeah. We use sweet and soft brioche buns to go well combined with fish fillets. So everything that you eat is ready to eat. You don't have waste, you don't have bones, you don't have nothing. So it's simply for takeout or dining. People can take it out and eat on the street, eat in the parks, sit on the benches. You don't need knives, you don't need anything. Everything is ready to eat. So like we said, takeout system or dining, we use both. Low competition profile, like we said, you don't have fish offered in this way. You have a lot of burgers, pizzas, stuff like that. So that's a really good thing about this franchise. Fish available to wider circle of customers to great health effect. We support people to eat more fish. Even a lot of people that don't eat fish, they don't like fish, come and here and say, now we like fish, because it's not classic fish grilled or cooked. It's combined with a lot of sauces and side dishes. So everything together makes a good match. Yeah, the possibility of putting 40 to 50 orders per hour with 4 employees. We are talking here about 1.5 meal to 2 meals to the 2 dishes per order. So that's a big amount of dishes that can be sold with not much employees. QSR system, so you don't need additional workers with washing dishes, waiters and stuff like that. Standardization, of course. This is a short video about some of our food. So all the recipes are made by us. We didn't copy or see something. It's our recipes. A little bit different, a little bit new. And so our menu is mostly about fish burgers. We have tuna, salmon, shrimp burgers. We always use whole fillets, never how do you say messing fish, because when you have whole fillets, whole piece of fish, you can flavor the fish. Then we have hot sandwiches. Then we have some tortillas, salads, and pastas. And of course, fish and fries. It's something like fish and chips, but it's again on our way. It's a little bit different. Even salads are not poke salads. We do it a little bit on our twist. So this was the first restaurant that we made. It's a standalone unit. It's really good for some beachfronts, parks, street food restaurants, city centers, everywhere where you can fit a standalone unit, and you can receive a good electricity and water supply. People like this because it's really street food in a classic way. It's a 15 square meters. It's a 20-foot container where you can fit all the equipment and everything that you need for work. It can go with a terrace in front. It's always better. But if it's a busy location when you cannot have a terrace, it's okay also to just go with the takeout. Another concept, storefront. It can be in shopping malls, it can be in buildings, it can be anywhere. 25 square meters is a minimum to have a kitchen and storage in one, and then maybe have a terrace in front or something when you have a warm weather outside. But let's say 100 square meters it would be perfect for everything, for dining area and everything. Of course, we can go up. 100 square meters is around 1,200 square feet. We can do it in food truck stands anywhere. Just it's important that we make a design to look like in the standards of Fish Delish before building the truck or stand or anything. So something about opening procedure. It's a, I think, classic franchising. We have all the package with the documentation that's needed. Before opening, we take the measures of the space. Our architect makes the designs, conceptual project with the design outside, design inside, with a kitchen display for equipment and everything. And then architect in India can adjust it to your standards, and together we find the finished conceptual project, and then we can build the restaurant. After that, when everything is ready, when we decide about all the stuff that we need to decide, we do the training on the site. So several days before opening, we start with the training. We are with you on the opening day, and our cook stays with you several days after opening to see everything goes smoothly, that you're working, because again, it's a different before opening and when you are working. Something about ideal candidate. So of course, what do you get with a Fish Delish franchise? Rise to the Fish Delish brand. We're talking about location. Is it good or not? What's the best location? Then we need to approve it. We talked about architect design, total graphic preparation support. So all the menus, all the marketing materials, everything we support. Operation manual, recipe books, food cost spreadsheet, videos of making food, photos, little inputs in the kitchen, what to do, preparation list, everything is in the package. Training said. Our know-how about logistics, about supply, that we have. I personally have a lot of experience in that field, because the past 15 years I'm working in a supply channel for food products. We import here in Croatia from all over the world fish, so we give you that support. So location is important. That's of course really big part of whole deal. It needs to be busy location, busy pedestrian location. You can see here, like some beachfront business area, parks, touristic areas, shopping malls, city centers, touristic centers with a lot of people passing by, because our concept is like that. We can sell a lot of dishes in short amount of time with a low cost. So, of course, more we sell, our fixed cost goes down, and we can make more money. Some interesting facts, if we compare Croatia and India. Croatia is a really small country. You can see here the difference. Population, this is sorry mistake, but Croatia has 4 million people. India has 1.4 billion people. That's a big difference. And we can always compare McDonald's. In Croatia, we have 40 stores. Fish Delish has 15 stores. We already are in top 5 restaurant brands in Croatia with the number of branches. So yeah, we are growing really good. And I think the possibility in India are enormous. Our guests are really satisfied with our food. Some of them are like on the first, I need to try it, but I don't know if I will like it, and then they are really satisfied. But you can see all that on Google reviews with our restaurants, so you can check it out. That's about it.
Thank you, Stefano. Thank you for the detailed brief about your brand. So, two, three questions which came into my mind when you were presenting. One is that what is the style you use for cooking the fish? Is it fried or it is steamed or it is
So
how is
you,
the cooking happening?
so we mostly use fryers, so fried fish and grilled fish, and then we
Okay, I think
use a
grilled
lot
fish.
of, yeah. Then we use some of raw fish for salads and for actually for salads.
Okay, and secondly, you were saying that you have both home deliveries and direct outlet sales. So, what is the basically the percentage of home deliveries and what is the percentage of sales which you have from a restaurant?
Okay, I would say 80 to 20%.
Okay,
75, 25. Really depends about the location.
and
But in general, 80, 20.
see, fish is
75.
also a very, very, very perishable item. If you see, so how do you take care of that to ensure that the wastages are less and the productivity and the yield is more? Because fish, as we know, that it maximum can be freezed and then kept. But again, if you are thawing it and then again you are reusing the fish, you cannot again thaw it and again use it the next day. So how do you basically take care of it? Because fish is your main USP. Everything is around it. Everything is revolving around it.
Of
Everything is
course,
based upon fish. How do you take care of this wastage part? Because I've been from the hospitality industry. I've been in hotels. I know how challenging it
I
is
know.
to
Yeah.
take care of that. Because again, the smell also you have to take care because if that raw smell or that pungent smell of fish comes in, then you may have problems in a restaurant where other guests may complain. How do you take care of that? That's a very delicate part which you're handling.
Yeah. So we wanted to do it, simply and safe. Especially safe. We never market ourselves with a fresh fish. So almost all of our fish is frozen. It comes frozen and we keep it frozen. And then we use it for the next day, how much we need. If we sold 50 tuna burgers today, we will prepare for tomorrow 50 or 55. And then when you keep it unfrozen in the fresh refrigerator, you can keep it up to 3 days. So
I know that.
if we tomorrow we've sold 40, we have 10 more for the next day, and it's good quality. Everything is really good. We will unfroze for the next day, maybe 30 to keep it safe.
Got it.
Then if we sold more than 50, 70, when we are on 30, 20, we see that it's better day, it's going better. We unfroze. We have 2 hours to unfroze in water.
And mostly
It's
you're
enough time.
using seawater fish only, like right? Tuna and salmon and shrimps and
Yeah, mostly we use
prawns and
yeah, the most of our ingredient is salmon, tuna, and shrimp. That's the most. Then we use some calamari, squid. We use that also a lot. And then we have several, but in our main dishes are these four ingredients. Of course, we have wide menu. We have, let's say, 12 to 15 best sellers, and then we have 10, 15 more meals. So we always are doing something new and like that. But if something is hard to get on your market, we can always adapt it, not to use it because we have a lot of dishes to use. So we can adapt.
okay. So
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
about home deliveries and that, it's really depending about the location. We have a
Location also, yes.
big terrace, people like to come and eat there, and if it's a good location for delivery, it goes. But we have some locations that are even without terrace, that's mostly takeout. But we
Great.
always, but that locations are really good, busy locations, and that's why we have them there.
And
And there's
also in India, see India, the fish is very different. So it is Bombay vetki, it is haddock, it is not the fish which generally is used in Croatia. So it's not a tuna or a salmon because availability of tuna and salmon may be a bit on the lower side. So the food cost may go high. So will you be flexible to have other varieties of fish in which the menu can be adjusted?
of course. Of course, that's a part with our experience that before the opening, I come on your market and we test the supply, we test the ingredients, we test the suppliers. We see we choose the best best price for best quality that is suitable for us, and then we
Don't
can
worry.
adapt.
I'll be your best partner in that because fish is my staple food. So I'm
Okay,
from the
then
east of India.
then it's
That's my
easier for
staple
me.
food. Yes. So we'll have a good partnership. Thank you, Stefano. Thank
Yeah.
you for
Okay.
giving a quick detailed brief. Thank you everyone for being on the call. So if you have any questions, we can put it in the Q&A box. I can already see some questions, but we'll take it after my colleague Nikita has done the financial presentation, and then we would like to hear from you, Stefano, our closure note, and then we close the webinar for today.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Nikita, you can please take it here.
Sure. Thank you, Swaraj, and thank you, Shefino. I think it was such a lovely presentation in terms of the brand that we have put in here. I think I'll like to add in here because we are moved toward the casual diner concept. Since in India, seafood had always been into Indianized snacking or the curry system. Now it's been largely I think acceptance into the international cuisines for your international casual diner in terms of seafood. And I think that is why Fish Delish is the perfect brand to bring into the Indian markets. If we see for the top metro cities, which will be from the southern region, eastern region, and also the travel cities such as Goa. These are the places which makes the best sense for us to bring this brand. And as Stefano has already said that we can launch our brand into two formats. One could be an entire store format and the other one could be a standalone format so that both of them could be equipped for our partners. So what I'll do is I'll share my screen and I think I'll present to everyone what is the kind of costings that we are looking for in the Indian market. Please be advised that these costings are something that we have taken into consideration basis what the brand usually expects, because this is not a brand that would go into a very mediocre place or a mediocre area. We want a premiumization of the brand. That is how the total investments we are looking for. If we talk about a dine-in restaurant, then we at least require space of 70 to 80 square meters, which roughly translates to somewhere between 750 to 1000 square feet. It is an ideal area that we will require with at least 20 to 25 sitting available in that particular center so that people can enjoy the entire range of menu. If we talk about the investments, then 15 lakhs is what you will be paying for a brand fee. Now, this brand fee is going to accommodate for as a non-refundable fee, wherein the brand is also going to help you with the design, the trainings. Setup cost, which would include your interiors, fit outs, your furnitures, fixtures, would be somewhere between 22 to 25 lakhs. Keeping into mind the kitchen equipment, since we've already discussed that there will be fryers, grillers, and everything that are required as part of the kitchen equipment, you can be spending close to 20 lakh rupees there. Now, this specification is something that will come from the brand because as per the menu that is there with their existing centers and how they redesign a few for Indian market is what the vendor list needs to be quality approved by the brand. So that is how the kitchen equipment will be decided for. Any kind of IT and POS spend could be another 1 lakh rupees. For the pre-opening spends, which would communicate in terms of your launch marketing and advertisements, is something that you can look for around 3 lakh rupees. Additionally, any kind of licenses and business permits, and then additional 50,000 rupees. So somewhere between 60 to 65 lakh rupees is what you can easily see as you would spend for an initial investment for a 70 square meter area, wherein, as we would say that an average order value here could is be easily somewhere close to 1200 rupees. Why it is 1200? Because if you see the pricing for seafoods, the quality matters, and the pricing across India even or internationally is a little higher than what you will see for poultry meats. So that is why the APCs would be higher and largely accepted into Indian markets. So 1200 rupees is what you can easily see as an average order value, where 80% of your revenue would come through your dine-ins and 20% could come from your deliveries. And for deliveries, ideally you will be paying between 28 to 30% as a commission to the aggregators. Now that commission would only be restricted to the number of orders you will be generating from your deliveries. In terms of your royalties, so royalty, what you would be paying to the brand will be 5% with an additional 1% as a central marketing fee. Why this spend? Because the brand will be centrally spending a lot in terms of your social media and other activities. Employee cost is something that you can see to be between 10 to 12% with a food cost of 30%. Additionally, could be your expenses such as your rentals, your operating expenses, and the kind of marketing and local marketing that you will be putting in. So, what we see is that ideally, the revenues that you can generate could be somewhere between 2.5 to 3 CR annually. What is the conservative revenues that we have considered basis the other brands that are operating in India? And if you talk about the paybacks, so the investment that you put for 60 to 65 lakh rupees, you can easily earn your money in a period of 1.5 to 2 years. So that is an horizon that you can earn back your money with at least an ROI for around 100% or over a period of 5 years, year on year. So this is a model where we discuss for a dine-in. When we say about a standalone area, then you would at least require a space of close to 30 square meters, roughly between 300 to 500 square feet, which could come with a common or a shared sitting where you can have it at your travel destinations or your maybe at your malls. So this will be a suitable model there where the brand fee that you are going to pay to the brand will be roughly between 13 to 15 lakh rupees with a total investment of 30 lakh rupees. The average ticket size here, because these would be takeaways, so for per person it could be somewhere between 6 to 800 rupees with your annual sales that you can project to somewhere close to 1.5 CR for this restaurant. Royalties, again, you will be paying 5 plus 1% for your marketing fee. Additionally, the spends will be as at your food cost, packaging, deliveries, your rentals, where we say that in a period of 1.5 to 2 years, you can earn back your total investment for a standalone store. And also because what we see here is that we can at least have a number of outlets in a particular center. So we are eager to put into context an area developer or a master franchisee for people who want to take up and develop a certain region where they should at least open 15 units with a mix of standalone and your stores, where ideally 1 to 2 units is something that they should operate themselves and they can sub-franchise the rest. What we quote is 40 lakh rupees as a master fee that they will be spending on the license acquire. And if they are opening their own units, then roughly around 60 to 70 lakhs is what they will be spending into the setup cost. So roughly 1 CR is what you will be investing if you want to take up rights for around 15 units to be opened in an area or a region development, where the paybacks on your investments could be roughly between 22 to 24 months, and the agreement period with the partner could be 5 plus 5 years. So this is how we have projected for the models here in India. Since this was the overview that we have prepared, any questions that people would have, maybe Swaraj and our team can take up those questions. And if somebody want to understand these financials into detail, because we have the detailed breakup and revenue projections, maybe that could be a one-on-one discussion as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikita, for giving a brief about the financials on the brand, and looks quite lucrative, and it's a very scalable model which you have made. So we have some questions which have come in. So I think Ronak, you can mention from which city you are. So you wanted to know about the project cost and the franchising model. So I have shared with you right now. If there is anything more you would like to get in touch with us, I have shared the number of my colleague Himanshu and my number and email ID also for you to be in touch along with us. You can connect. You can definitely discuss with us, and we will also set one-on-one with Stefano for a better understanding. We are looking forward for queries from different cities, especially as my colleague said that Goa, Bombay, these are the cities where a brand like this as a flagship property will work very well. We are definitely looking in for area deals, but yes, we would eventually like the investor to first have a proof of concept, and then we give the entire, we block the entire area for him, and in 6 months, if he feels, he can go in for the area rights, or then he has the first right of refusal. So we will be keeping all our options open. We'll be looking forward to hear from all of you, and you have also shared our hotline number for any one of you to be in touch along with us. So, Stefano, a closure note from you. What you would like to talk to our investors who are connected with you from India? There are also a lot of our team members and our franchisee consultants who are there on this call. There are many regional teams from different parts of the country who were there on this call. So, any message for them from your side? And we will close the session after that.
Okay, thank you all for listening to this webinar and to taking Fish Delish into account, let's say like that. I think we are young, we are still at the beginning, but we have a really good product. That's most important to me, that people really love the food. And then we have good visuals, good concept, good business model and everything. And I think that we have a lot to do, and with India, with such a big market and such a big consumption of fish, we can do a lot. So let's do it. And any questions, anything that I can do, feel free to contact me, and I will try to help.
Thank you, Stefano. Back to you, Bharat, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to present Frank Global brand. You can put in your closure note and close.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, panelists, for the presentation and sharing the available business opportunity with the Fish Delish. Of course, this is one of the best cuisine from Croatia, right? And we will definitely be able to enjoy once we start franchising. That's it for the day. I would like to thank all the joiners, who are the viewers, right, who joined this webinar. In case if you want to have a one-on-one discussion with the brand, please contact us. Our hotline number, that is 1917683838, and you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. We will again come up with a new brand next time, and we will explore another opportunities. Till then,